those photos are able to capture some of our memories and experiences while on the trip. The first project that we worked on while we were there, because of the Rotary grant, we were able to send 2 professionals that came into the Mission Emmanuel Health Clinic, and they were able to teach workshops to new mothers on things such as breastfeeding and child nutrition, and these workshops were Monday and Tuesday morning. And so we rotated, some of us worked within the workshops with the moms, and then the others of us babysitted the mother's children so that they could be able to focus during the workshops. And this was a great need that Mission Emmanuel had, and they've never done anything like it before, and it was only because of us that we were able to do this. And about 40 mothers showed up to these workshops.
The one thing I want to touch on, which probably was the breaking point of our group during the week, was when we visited the leprosarium. I can't tell you that there's anyone in our group who was not affected by that. And so the leprosarium is where they take people who have been cured of leprosy and they put them in a facility. It's kind of like a nursing home, but it's more open. It's kind of like they have their own grounds. And it's a gated community, mostly because people who have had leprosy are seen as a taboo. Their families disown them, no one's there for them, and so this is the place that they are able to turn to when they have nowhere else in the community. One of the things that really touched us was interacting with those people who don't get a lot of contact from others because they're seen as less than, unclean, or undeserving because they have been sick from leprosy. One of the women who we interacted with and had the greatest impact on our group was in Julia. She wasn't in our slideshow, and I'm sorry that she wasn't, but she was by far God's send for us. She was in writhing pain, and we were able to go to her room and soothe her in a way that no medicine can, in a way that nothing else can but God and human connection. We sang to her, we put our hands on her, and we prayed, and the energy in the room changed. It was electric. You could feel God, and I don't know if anyone in here has ever felt that before, but it is so overwhelming and so powerful and life-changing, and at that moment, we knew why God had sent us there, because we needed to see that. And if it wasn't for all of you, that would have never happened. So I'm so grateful, and I highly recommend it for anyone and everyone, and just thank you again.
The last 3 days of our trip was spent helping a woman in the local community named Issa. You saw pictures of her and her family. We spent the days painting her house a new color. We also got her a new toilet. When you walked into the house the first time, you could see that it was in need. It just smelled horrible. It smelled like human feces, and we didn't really know why until we pulled back the shower curtain dividing the house from the bathroom, and you just saw this place of mess, and you were like, just like, why? How could people live in this? So we were able to get them a toilet, a working toilet. We also were able to provide them with new plumbing for the sinks, so they didn't have pipes. Under the sinks were just big buckets. They would have to take out every so often and dump out. So they now had working sink pipes. We also were able to provide them with new mattresses. Most of their mattresses had holes or no protecting underneath. It was just pure springs. And we were also able to provide them with sheets and other bedding sorts. And it was a wonderful experience. The reason we did it, gave her home a makeover, is because one of the women in our group was her sponsor and just felt compelled by God that she needed this for her family. And it was a wonderful opportunity to get into the community and just help where it's needed. And we thank you guys so much for supporting us.
Before we leave, I just want to say thank you again for all of your support, your financial support for everything. It's because of all of that we are able to do such wonderful projects, such as the Dominican Republic trip. As you can see, tons of wonderful memories and stories came out of just 1 week in another country. So we are really excited to go back in about 2 years, and thank you again with everything that you do for this trip and for Rotaract. We cannot tell you how much we appreciate it, so thank you.